Hey everyone, it's me, Master Wolvers 9. How are you doing today? I know I'm doing pretty darn good, and you wanna know why? Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra has officially entered the Season 3. I want to get this video out yesterday, but I was unable to. But I want to just take a look at what has been going on. What can we expect in Season 3? What are some of the big changes that have happened? And what are we looking forward to? So, let's start it off with the patch notes. Okay? So, changes started off yesterday, January 14th. Starting it off with some buffs. Super Saiyan Trunks Teen, honestly, I think he's a pretty good character. High aggression, high mobility. He needs some support, but he is good. So any buffs are going to be nice. His skill 2, which is Vanish Strike, got a decrease in its cooldown. 2 seconds decrease. Only 10 seconds now. That's pretty good. Honestly, it's one of his greatest tools. You can use it to chase and you can use it to escape. Burning attack skill free. I'm not the fondest of burning attack, but it's an excellent follow-up move. So it getting a cooldown to 8 seconds is not bad at all. Cooler. Skill 1 Destruction Ray. Cooldown got decreased from 6 to 5 seconds. The damage pillars duration increased. So it's just a flat 5 seconds at level 1, level 2, and level 3. Rather than 3, 3.5, and 4. So that's kind of nice. A little bit more consistency. The damage interval has decreased. So it's dealing damage a bit more often. So instead of every half a second, it's every quarter of a second. And the damage has decreased. So that's a little bit of a nerf, but honestly not bad. So if you think about it, 5 seconds, 0.5 to 2.5, 100 to 50. So let's consider a level 1 destruction ray. So you're going to get that popped 6 times at 100 damage each for 600 damage total. Now you're going to get this popped 20 times at 50 damage each for, let's see, 20 times 50 damage each. That should be about 1,000 damage if I'm correct. So all in all, that is not bad at all. Honestly, the destruction ray could probably take a little bit less priority. I'm not a cooler player, so don't, take me as the end all be all, but right now it's looking like the primary purpose in upgrading your destruction ray is going to be for range rather than for straight damage. So I guess that gives a little bit of a difference in playstyle. Deborah, his passive Demon's Domain, the AoE range per level up increased. So 0.3 to 0.4 meters. Petrification gauge buildup per enemy hero with an AoE decreased. So every 2.5 seconds, 3 to 1, 2 to 1. Okay, so that means, I believe that means that it's going to become easier to petrify your opponent. Deborah was a little lacking from what I've been seeing in seasons 1 and 2. So this buff is going to be very nice, and I think he's going to become a much more dangerous bottom path DPS. His Darkness Spear, the cooldown decreased from 7 seconds to 5.5. Duration of no vanishing step decreased from 4 to 3. Duration of movement speed boost when moving towards enemy with the spear decreased. Movement beast speed boost when moving towards an enemy hero piece adjusted. So it used to be 75, 100, 100. Now it's 50, 75, 100. So this is more of a nerf, all in all. You're not going to be moving as fast, and you're not going to be able to follow up on those attacks as much with the Darkness Sphere. Skill free Evil Flame, the cooldown decreased, or cooldown increased from 6 to 7 seconds. So kind of a mixed bag. His passive has become a lot stronger, which is an insane buff, and I think that they wanted to keep him balanced, so they decreased the overall effectiveness of skill 2 and skill 3. So Deborah players are going to be a little bit different, but I think ultimately this is going to be strong for Deborah. Crash, right now Major Metallic is the Crash, if I'm correct. His cooldown decreased from 60 seconds to 45 seconds. Arguably, there's still no purpose in running Crash because steamed wall buttons isn't in here, and we really don't need wall destruction. I mean, I could see wall destruction as a potential counter to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and I could see wall destruction as a potential counter towards high-end Zarbon and Dodoria. But it's way too niche. You're better off running anything else than Crash. So yeah, until we see the return of steamed wall buttons, I think they could give Crash a 1 second cooldown and no one's going to be using it. Divine Carbo cards, the Art of Decoy got a bit of a buff. The movement speed increased from 40% to 50%, which is pretty good. The Vanishing Step cooldown recovery speed increased from 30 to 45%. Guardian Angel damage reduction increased from 20 to 25%. That's not bad. Honestly, I think Guardian Angel is one of the weakest of the tier 3 divine combo cards. So seeing a little bit of a buff, I think is good. It's not going to be overwhelming and breaking, but yeah. Now let's take a look at Nerf. Super Saiyan Son Goku. That's the one everyone starts with. Arguably one of the greatest characters at this point in time, just because he's got combo potential. And really, you give combo potential to any player, they're going to learn how to break and combo that. A lot of other characters are straightforward and fairly, you know, vanilla, for lack of a better terms. Goku has a lot of options with his Kaioken, so it makes sense that he's going to get nerfed. So a skill 2, additional input effect of the Kaioken change. Instead of staggering, you're going to apply movement speed down. It's going to be 70% of the original movement speed. It's going to last for 1.5 seconds. So staggered is a much better effect, so nerf, but this is ultimately better than just removing staggering or removing any effect at all. So all in all, pretty good. Kaioken skill stock reduced. Instead of being 112, you get 111. So you're not going to be able to cap it out at tier 3. Increase the effect of the movement speed up, so you're going to be able to run a little bit faster just on that tier 1. Ultimately, looking at that skill 3 of Kaioken, you might be worth just leaving it at level 1, upgrading everything else, and then following up with the Kaioken at skill 3. With some of these nerfs, it might be better to go in with more Meteor Hammer investment, Spirit Bomb investment, of course, one of his best tools in his kit, and the Kamehameha investment. So Spirit Bomb got a lot of changes. Time until impact increased 1 until 1.5 seconds. This gives a lot of reaction to the opponents to escape the range, especially that level 1 Spirit Bomb, super small. Yeah, decent nerf. Distance before the damage fall off begins to decrease, so it's gonna, okay, I see it. So it's going to not deal as much damage to those who are outside of its immediate range. Duration after the bomb impact reduce, so it's not going to last as long. The damage has gotten decreased from a flat 4,000 to 3,500. The Kaioken additional input damage decreased from 4,200 to 3,500. So it looks like the Kaioken, yep, 2,000 to 150 flat. So it looks like the Spirit Bomb was nerfed heavily, which again, it was one of the best tools in the kit. 500 reduced damage isn't terrible, but it isn't great. 700 after Kaioken is not great, so you know, you can pump the damage with more Kaioken, but again, the investment with Son Goku's Spirit Bomb is going to be reduced. So you might want to play some sort of a different DPS. He's not dead. You can definitely still play Goku, have a good time, and get a good game out of him. He's just not going to be as top tier because his ultimate was one of his best tools in his kit. So ultimately, I mean, there's nothing we could do to change it. I think you're still going to have a fine time as a more offensive. You're just going to not rely on the Spirit Bomb as much. Excuse me. Still good, still a great boss killer, but not going to be the end-all be-all. Diamond Goku. Strike damage increased per 0.1 seconds. That's decreased by 20 to 12, so he's going to deal less damage over time. Strike damage maximum increased. So, okay. He had a situation where he's dealing more damage as longer he keeps on attacking and his power pole keeps extending. So it's going to take him longer to reach that maximum, and his maximum is going to be reduced down to 600. So he's not going to be as great in long-term combat. Maybe focus on Son Goku going top half instead, if that's the case. Divine Combo cards, Lightning Swift, got a cooldown of another 6 seconds. Super Snowball, the attack power-up was reduced from 75 to 40. Additional number of attacks to power up brings it up to 5. Okay. So, it used to be for every kill or assist, you get to increase your power by 75 with a cap of 4 for a total of 300, I want to say. Now you're limited. It's being reduced down to 40 for each kill and assist. You get to go up to 5 times, but that creates a cap of 200. Still a very good offensive toolkit, especially if you're running assists. But it's not as strong, so you might be more incentivized to play something else. Build up, all defense up increased, reduced from 30 to 15. Necessary NPC KOs or assists required for all defense up to be 2 to 3. Any additional number of all defense ups from 10 to 15. Okay, so build up was kind of like Super Snowball. Super Snowball had it so every kill you get a power up, but if you die, it resets. Build up was a defensive version, but instead of every kill, it's every 2 kills on NPCs, and you get 30 instead of the 70. So build ups being nerfed a decent amount because it was good. If you died, it didn't get reduced, and you're always grinding, so build up is arguably one of the better defensive skills. So it used to be 30 with a maximum of 10 for a total of 300 defense bonus. Now it's going to be 15 with a 15 for a 225. That means you're losing 75 defense per hit on average. It's going to take longer to reach that maximum. You're going to have to kill 3 NPCs each time. And you're going to have to keep killing NPCs for longer. Still solid skill, especially in that late game, but it is hurting a lot more. Solid barrier, the duration reduced, so it's not going to last as long, 2 to 1.5 seconds, and the cooldown increased from 10 to 15 seconds. Solid barrier, if I'm correct, you had to wait 10 seconds without taking damage in order to activate it, so 15 seconds is a significant amount of time. Gekishin Squadra happens very fast-paced. Defense step, additional cooldown 4 seconds. So the Divine Combo cards got some heavy nerfs. I think this is a good balance. Rather than buffing some of the ones and breaking the system, nerfing some of the more powerful ones to create a level of balance is solid. Adjustments, neither nerfs or buffs. Gotenks with his Galactic Donuts, the time in between the skill activation and the donuts are thrown has been decreased from 0.6 to 0.5. Don't think this is breaking him just yet. I feel like it needs a little bit faster to make the skill really worth it, but that's good all in all. Super Ghost, which is skill 3, the cooldown has been increased from 6 seconds to 7 seconds. The Ghost Field of Vision increased from 5 to 7, and the damage decreased by, looks like a flat 50-ish. 35, 45, 50 is the decrease. So it arguably was one of his better tools in his toolkit, but I don't know. It's fairly balanced. It's going to proc earlier because that 2-meter increased field of vision. The cooldown I don't think is fully terrible because he plays a lot of hit and run, and you want to buff yourself with the Super Ghost before you actually go into the combat, so you tend to have those regenerated by the time you actually get in there. So all in all, I think that's solid. 18, skill 2 lightning step. Apply no skills attack effect removed. Cooldown decreased from 13 to 12. Assault rush damage increased based off the stacks increase. So it was 100 to 150, now it's 100 to 160. 2 stacks is a bonus 10, bonus 15 at 3 stacks, bonus 15 at 4 stacks, and a bonus 10. So all in all, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I think that's pretty solid. I don't play 18, so I can't give the best commentary. I think this is definitely one of the nastier effects to receive. So as someone who doesn't play 18 and would go against 18, that's nice to see removed. But all in all, I think the compensation's not terrible. Limit breaking jump, the activations have changed. While vanishing steps on cooldown before the cooldown ends. While vanishing step is on cooldown. There's also an additional cooldown of 6 seconds, so not bad. Gekishin rules. 16 has been replaced. Jackie Chun is now in position of him. All in all, I think he's a fine boss. Definitely takes a little bit more skill to fight him. I played a couple games. So, movement range of the boss that appears in the center has been reduced, so they're not going to pierce out as much. 15 meters to 10 meters. That's, you know, fair to content. That's not bad at all. Star Collection updated the hero unlock content, added to tier 1 legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So those who are able to get a tier 1, I think like level 25, 79, 75, I think those are tier 1s. Maybe it was 89. Well, get yourself a Broly. Topo has been demoted to tier 2. Honestly, not bad. Not surprised by that at all. They're going to be continuing to update hero unlocks as new heroes get added to the game, which is good. And the maximum cap size of the Star Collection has been increased. Super Ghost, which was Gotenks' skill free, has a bug where if the ghost remained undetected, if the hero was not following them, was not detected. Okay. So that's been adjusted. The target God of Destruction is KO'd while charging a Gekishin Burst or after charging it, but that deals damage. Gekishin Burst will now be interrupted, and the stock for the activated skill will not be consumed. So, if you were attacking the god and say an ally managed to KO it, but you never got your damage out, it's not going to eat up your skill, which is super nice. Allows for a bit more aggressive play. Matchmaking. They'll reduce the likelihood of being matched with the same party twice in a row. Not a fan of that because I like if you get a good party, you can have a good time with Gekishin Squadra. But yeah, change the number of battle participants from a fixed 8 players to 4 to 8 players for custom battle. Battle starts when teams have at least 2 players because they've added a bot system as we talked about in prior updates. Applies to all rules, including Gekishin rules and sub rules. Menu added delete user data to other, so you can now delete the game in-game data. User data cannot be deleted if linked with a Bando Namco ID. After deletion, you can either start the game from the beginning or transfer data. So all in all, I don't know why, but it's there. Not bad. CPU battles. So they added CPU battles. It's a great way to practice out a character before you go into matches. They have beginner level and intermediate level. Finally, rewards. Increase the aggregate amount of Zen you can obtain from the battle pass, and increase the amount of Zen you can obtain from bonus missions and battle score rewards. This is great as an increase to Zen was necessary. They increased the hero memories for upgrading the Star Collection system, but they needed a Zenny to follow up. Right now, I think you typically earn 600 on average from the battle pass missions. Bonus missions. So I could definitely see them upgrading it to like 1,000 to 1,200. You know, a double, hit that 1,000 at minimum. This 1,000 is a very nice number for the Zenny. So that is a lot of information. I think we're about 20 minutes right now. And that's just the patch notes. Season 3 is a huge season. It's where Gekishin Squadra is truly getting its feet. Okay? So we're going to take a look at some other bits of news. I want to mention the drops. Check out Twitch, you know, throw that on in the background, going all until February 11th. So that's about That's about a month's worth of time. Watch some Gekishin Squadra from those with the drops available. 30 minutes is going to get you free Kate and Zenny. Honestly, solid amount. One more is going to get you the Tau Pai Pai icon. 3 hours is going to get you 5 of the promo capsules for season 3. 6 or more hours will get you the Vegito skin. What else? What else? Tournament support programs. So they're adding a tournament program for person teams or single player randoms. You're going to be able to get boosts by participating in the tournaments. So icons, some banner profiles, and the Diamond Vegito skin, which is looking icy as all hell. So really throwing into the Vegito. Big fan of that. Final piece on the official Gekishin Squadra website. They have a season 3 kickoff celebration. Follow and repost campaign. Get on X, get on Twitter. Repost their tweets that they have, and you're going to be eligible to win a playmat. You know, you wouldn't consider a playmat a real prize from Gekishin Squadra, but those are nice. They're giving it out to 3 potential winners. I know I'm entering, so maybe you shouldn't enter so I could win that. No, but you'll get a notification. I'd say check out the rulings here for more information. Okay, final couple of pieces. Let's go to the heroes. Trial chambers, or trial chambers, made some Minecraft. Trial heroes have changed. So, taking a look, you're going to be able to use Super Saiyan Kale Berserk as one of the trial heroes. Honestly, I'm a fan of her. I think she's got excellent range. She's got a lot of combo options. Her super attack is one of the better ones in the game. Yeah, good support, good DPS. She is someone who is worth trying, in my opinion. Daima Goku is going to be someone who is going to be able to play. You have to really try him. He's kind of hard to explain, but he is a combo piece. His skill 1 is going to combo well with his skill 2. His skill 3 is a great punishment tool. His super attack can really get in a kill and do some damage. He deals extra damage and extends his power pool's range as long as he continues attacking. So he's a very mixed character where you can go on top path or bottom path and either or and be fine. Very coin flip of a vanilla, for lack of a better terms. For defensive approaches, you're going to be able to try out Zamasu. Zamasu is a very interesting character. He's got a lot of range and follow-up kills, such as Divine Lunge, his Fierce God Slicer, and his Heavenly Arrow. And as you keep attacking with skills, you're going to be building up a charge, which allows him to regen some health and even survive a kill. This makes a lot of people like to push with Zamasu, and I'm not crazy on him. I'm not crazy on him, but his damage is good. His resistance is good. He's overall a good tank. He's a bit slow. You don't really want to push damage on the God of Destruction, but he can do some stuff. Also, looking at our tanks, we got Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. She is arguably one of the better tanks. I'm not the biggest fan of her. I have a different playstyle, but in terms of doing tanking, she's straightforward. Skill 3 allows you to play a defensive role. Could prevent opponents from killing out the bosses. Could prevent you from getting killed out. Protect your allies. Overall, good options. Blaze Dive is a nice rush, and Storm Kick is going to be a good provoke tool. Ultimately, you're provoking so that enemies attack you instead of your allies. And that's what tanks want to do. But this, you actually get to force it. Looking at our technicals, we are looking at Krillin. Krillin is honestly the vanilla of techs in terms of movement. You got to set down some mines. You get to move around with your scattering energy wave. You can blind your opponents, attack down, Destructo Disc is a pretty solid ultimate. I mean, all in all, they're not. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. I've got no issues with him. Not my go-to tech because I have somebody I like to play a bit better, but he's solid. If you want to play tech, he's a great starting point. Final notice of the trial is Super Saiyan Gotenks. If you haven't, watched my video on him to get an idea of what to do, but he is very much a hit and run like Krillin, just in a different way. Buff up your allies or set up defensive traps with the Super Ghost, stun your opponents with the Hyper Ultra Super combo, and wrangle up your opponents with the Galactic Donuts. So Trial Hero is pretty good. I'm happy that they're not being as stingy anymore with the higher end characters. I think they've acknowledged that if you want to try out some of the higher end characters immediately, you gotta buy them, but we're gonna let you try them out. So Gotenks, we've had a trial on. We've had a trial on Super Saiyan Free Goku. So pretty soon I can expect like maybe Topo, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, even Ultimate go on. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So there's some issues, primarily with Super Vegito. They are working on fixing those. His skill, the Spirit Sword, skill 1. Immediately after hitting a flash dodge as Super Vegito, you may not receive the extra HP from Shining Fusion. Now, Shining Fusion is his passive, flash dodge is his skill 2. So if you do flash dodge, immediately activate Spirit Sword, you're not going to get the bonus HP from Shining Fusion. After data updates, the game will occasionally crash before returning to the home screen. If this occurs, restart the game will allow you to play normally. So sometimes you're bugged and you're not able to actually get into the game. Just restart the game, you'll be fine. Missions, battle using Trial Hero one time. The achievement indicator does not appear on the result screen after completed. Additionally, the lobby screen continues to display 0 out of 1. So if you play with a Trial Hero, it might say that you haven't done it. It does still accept that you've done it. It's just not going to showcase it. Display-wise, the Battle Pass points are being added correctly. The display will become normal by opening the mission screen, so the display points aren't being shown properly. It's still working, it's just a visual issue. Occasional a 1001 error appears, returns you to the title screen. Frame rate is set to 120 FPS or higher. Attacks may not hit in training mode, so that's training mode only. So they're asking you to play at 60 FPS or lower in training mode, which is console rates. Maybe they're looking towards adding to Xbox, I'm not sure. But all in all, I think the issues aren't terrible. I think the only one who's getting truly affected is the Super Vegito, but everything else is very minor. What else we have? If you want to get a free character, this week's free character is actually Super Saiyan Free Son Goku. He's not as prime as he once was, but he's still a very, very, very strong DPS and an excellent choice option. His teleportation and instant transmission allows you to assist allies, instantly go from bottom to the top half, or finish off enemies who are trying to run. Your explosive strike is an excellent chase option, and Super Kamehameha is an amazing skill. If you can get behind him, it's got a little bit of weakness, but that charge, that range, and that damage, if you can't get out of it, he will instantly eat half your move. And don't get me started on his Dragon Fist. It does so much damage. The amount of times I've gotten shocked by a Dragon Fist happening, and then I'm dead like that. So, play the damage roll 10 times. Get yourself a copy of Super Saiyan Free Goku. You already have him. Get yourself 5,000 credits. Hero Memories. Man, it's good. They have been so generous, so nice with these free characters, because he is a tier 1 hero. Okay? He's old, but he is tier 1. The fact that they're giving out a tier 1 is amazing. The fact that we had him on trial a couple weeks ago, I'm feeling like they're going to give Gotenks very soon. Maybe Topo just got demoted. I don't think they'll give him just yet, but there's a lot of options. Okay? Final bits. for those who did not have him unlocked, the Invisible Man, which is a technical support, is going to be unlockable. You got to play tech roll 30 times. That's a good amount. But by playing tech roll 30 times, you're going to be able to get the Invisible Man. It's great. You can get him in the battle pass. You got to play some games, do some missions. But if you don't manage to get it because you came in later in the game, or if you just didn't want to do the missions, didn't play often enough, you're still going to be able to unlock the character or the assist, which is nice. It's really good to see that they're not locking these out. Then we got some battle pass information. So if you are going to get the battle pass, you are going to get some special costumes. This is the one I pick out. You know, the emotes, the icons, the banner profiles, they're all nice, but the skins are the big ones. So at level 10, if you purchase the battle pass, you are going to be able to get a rare skin for Cooler. He's red with some gold, and it's kind of a chromatic finish. So it's weird. It's like a gradient, if you will, between like purple and gold. So all in all, I think it looks fine. If you get to level 15 in the regular battle pass, the non-paid for, you are going to get the tank assist in Spopovish. I'm not quite sure in what he does because I haven't seen any usage of him just yet, but I have a feeling he's going to be a bit of a grabber, almost like Cell's skill 2. I have a feeling. I'm not sure. If you get yourself to level 25, you're going to get yourself a skin for Ultimate Gohan. So his gi, instead of orange, is going to be blue. His undershirt is going to be green. You're going to have this nice gradient that alternates between the green and the blue around the belt area. Wristbands as well. So I think it looks good. I'm more a fan of the nice orange Gohan, but I think it looks good. Just play to level 25. You're going to get that for free. Nothing wrong with that. And a final one worth mentioning, in level 40 of the battle pass, you purchase the premium one, you are going to get Super Saiyan Trunks. So season 3 looks to be the season of Trunks. His coat is going to turn yellow, his jeans are going to turn blue, and you're going to have a nice gradient alteration between that light cyan blue, a deeper yellow, almost like piss colored, and that blue jeans. Almost turns green around this area, but darker around the boots. So all in all, I think it's looking to be a good season, with upcoming additions of Bardock and Tank, future updates, Caulifla and Kale merging into Kefla and DPS. We're gonna be looking at a very good season. I'm excited. Let me know your thoughts and what you are looking forward to in the future of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. I'm looking towards doing updates every week as soon as I can. And always, my friends, stay sloppy and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.